Hi, welcome to the other 167. For a short meditation today, I have taken a topic, interesting question. There are some questions in the Bible which are very interesting in nature. I find them very interesting. One such question is in the Gospel of Luke chapter 24. When the women early in the morning went to the tomb on the third day after the crucifixion, that's early in the morning on a Sunday, they went with spices, but they did not find the body of Jesus Christ who was crucified on the cross and buried. They wondered where he had gone. It was at that time the angel of the Lord appeared to them and asked an interesting question. We find in verse 5. Why do you look for the living among the dead? Why do you look for the living among the dead? Jesus had told them he will rise again. He had told them, I am the life and the resurrection. Why do they seek the living among the dead? That was a thought-provoking question that moved them into action. They went and told the disciples. The disciples ran to the tomb and saw that it was empty. The resurrected Jesus appeared to the disciples many times and confirmed that he is living. We also find some questions which are helpless in nature. When Jesus was brought to the Roman governor Pontius Pilate for trial, he did not find any charges against Jesus. In fact, his wife told that she had a dream and this man is innocent. But he was hearing all the more from the crowd, crucify him. And he asked an interesting question as we find in verse 22 of chapter 27 of Matthew. What shall I do then with Jesus who is called the Messiah? This is the question of a helpless man. What shall I do then with Jesus who is called the Messiah? Very helpless question. We find was very helpless. He wanted to free the Lord Jesus, but he could not. He gave in to the pressure and handed him over to be crucified. There are some questions which are very seeking clarification. After Jesus rose from the dead, he appeared to the disciples when they were gathered together in a closed room because of the fear of the Jews. Jesus appeared and told, peace be with you. This we find in chapter 20 of John. Thomas was not there. And Thomas was told that Jesus appeared to them and spoke to them. Thomas told, very interesting statement, is a kind of question we find in chapter 20. Unless I see the nail marks in his hands and put my finger where the nails were and put my hand into his side, I will not believe. Jesus appeared to the disciples again, same time on the next week, and Thomas was there. And then Jesus told them, peace be with you. Then he said to Thomas, put your finger here, see my hands, reach out your hand and put it into my side. Stop doubting and believe. Stop doubting and believe. So this was a question, statement, seeking clarification. Jesus, when in his ministry, when he was in the region of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, who do people say the Son of Man is? Then they said, some say you are the John the Baptist, some say you are the Elijah. But Jesus asked a very interesting question. Who do you say I am? So Peter replied, you are the Messiah, the Son of the living God. So very interesting questions we find. Some are helpless in nature. When Cain killed his younger brother Abel for no reason, God asked Cain a question, where is your brother? And the rebellious answer is, am I my brother's keeper? So Some questions are very interesting. You are seeking. Why do you seek the living among the dead? That is the question I find interesting. Many such questions. Let this move us into more action of trusting the resurrected Lord, believing in Him, serving Him, and fulfilling His desires in our life. May God help us, bless us, and fill us with the power of His resurrection. Like Paul said, I want to know Christ and the power of His resurrection. So may God help us to move forward victoriously in our life as we are faced with questions that should be thought-provoking and clarificatory in nature, not at all rebellious questions, not at all helpless questions which are healthy and thought-provoking, which will build us up. May God help us, bless us. Thank you.